Hello everyone, and welcome back to our weekly series of Is the Shrine Worth It? The series where we have a look at the perks and the Shrine of Secrets and see if they're really worth your 2,000 iridescent shards each. This week we have some absolute banging perks. We have 3 licensed ones and one of them is Finesse, like literally the thing that everyone craves. So I'm going to give this shrine a 10 out of 10. This is just a great shrine. We have perks from the Unknown, the Lich, Lara and Rick. Those perks are Undone, Weave Attunement, Finesse, and Come and Get Me. Let's get into the Survivor perks first. Our first Survivor perk is Finesse. While healthy, you vault 20% faster. Whenever you fast vault, the cooldown is 30 seconds. This is what it looks like in-game. So quite obviously, this is going to be getting a 10 out of 10. It's one of the most meta / fun / cool perks that you can put on your survivors. It makes the ability for the killer to actually hit you much harder, and it's incredibly tilting when you're trying to go for that first hit on someone and they finesse past you. Really not fun to play against. You can pretty much just put it into any build. Nothing resets the cooldown any faster. It doesn't synchronize very well with anything. Maybe Lithe if you're trying to push something to go well with it. But as a whole, you can just plop it into your build and it's absolutely amazing. On top of that, Lara is a licensed character, so 100% this couldn't be a more definitive pick this up in the shrine. Our next survivor perk is Come and Get Me. Whenever you unhook a survivor while crouched and idle, use E or whichever button you bind to make injured and down survivors within 24 meters do 2 things. Leave no pools of blood for 15 seconds and leave no scratch marks for 15 seconds. You scream and then the killer sees your aura for 5 seconds. This is what it looks like in game. I think in a world where you're a very confident looper and you're experienced at the game, this can be a very strong perk. But I'm going to give this a 5 out of 10 because I think for the average player, this just calls so much attention to yourself, and I just don't see it working unless you're just very experienced and you're basically carrying the team, or you are like the designated looper. That being said, you can just pop it in your build. It doesn't require anything else. But I personally just can't see a place where I would do that. However, Rick is a licensed character, so even if this is not your shindig, this is the only way you're going to get this perk without buying Rick in full with real money. So I would say it's worth picking up in the shrine this week. Let's move on to the killer perks. Our first killer perk is Weave Attunement. The first time each item is depleted, it is dropped. While a survivor is within 12 meters of a dropped item, you see their aura and they see the item's aura. Whenever a survivor picks up an item, they gain the Oblivious status effect for 30 seconds. This is what it looks like in game. Now, I think this perk is probably an 8 out of 10. However, if you match this with Franklin's, which makes you drop items from survivors if they're carrying them when they get hit, it is 100% a 10 out of 10 perk. So it's kind of a bit of it needs another perk to make it really strong. On top of this being a pretty damn good perk, it is from the Lich, and that is a licensed character. So 100% pick this up in the shrine this week. Our fourth and final perk is Undone. Whenever a survivor misses a basic skill check, earn 3 tokens up to 30. When you damage a generator, spend all tokens. For each token spent, you get 2 things. The generator loses 1% progress, and the generator is blocked for 1 second. When that generator is unblocked, it begins regressing of a cooldown of 60 seconds. This is what it looks like in game. I'm not sure why, but it feels like quite a hot take to say that this is a good perk, because I don't think I've seen many killers run it at all, but on the surface it does seem quite good. However, you do have to kind of rely on the survivor's missing skill checks, which means that it's a dependent perk, which can be very weak. So I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10, because I think it has the potential to be really good. No matter how good or bad it is unfortunately not from a licensed character. The Unknown was released quite a while ago, so it's probably much better value if you go and pick him up in full and unlock all of his perks by building him up through the blood webs instead. Missed this one this week. So to recap, everything that we want to pick up this week are Finesse, Come and Get Me, and Weave Attunement. You want to stay away from Undone. This was one hell of a good shrine, and I hope that they continue with good ones next week too. See you then. Bye.